Hey YouTube, RicoKnows here. Going to talk to you guys about the hidden gem on Stanford. If you're not aware, I'm pointing out one hidden gem on every single team in America. I'm going alphabetical by conference. I'm currently in the S's, in the ACC, just did SMU the last video. Here we are at Stanford. If you want to see all the videos and all the hidden gems, all you have to do, go to the homepage on YouTube, click on the playlist, find the 2024 RicoKnows College Football Hidden Gems playlist. Yes, it's that long. And you will find all the players. But I'm talking about Stanford, and when I look at players, I typically don't want to name starters. I typically don't want to name the league leaders or the team leaders. I don't do any of that stuff. I'm naming hidden gems, people that you may not know about. And I'm going to tell you how I discovered this young man, because I'm not the only person who knows about Emmett Mosley, but I'm the only one saying I don't care what the coaches do. I don't care what the media tries to say. I don't care about a kid named Tiger Bachmeyer or the Elic Ayomanor dude or whoever that dude was that was beating the hell out of Travis Hunter every single week or every single play. I don't care about those guys. I want to tell you what happened. Last year, I was asked, Rico, who's the number one quarterback coming out of high school? And everybody was saying DJ Lagway and Dylan Raiola and all this. And I had one kid on my mind, and no diddy. I had one player at the forefront of my mind, and that one player was Elijah Brown. And I told you, Elijah Brown is the best quarterback coming out of high school. Now, nobody agrees with me. The recruiting websites have him at 4 stars. But this was the starting quarterback at Mater Dei for 4 years. He was a starting quarterback as a true freshman. He was a starting quarterback, I say as a true freshman because kids now they reclassify. But Elijah Brown has been the starter at Mater Dei since Bryce Young left. Okay, Bryce Young was the starting quarterback at Mater Dei, and then Elijah Brown was the starting quarterback. And he was there for 4 years on the number one team in America, by and large the number one team in America, year in and year out. Elijah Brown is him. Very cerebral, very mature, just the guy that I want to cheer for, and he looks like a Stanford quarterback. Carries himself like a Stanford quarterback. And there's something to say about that, right? Stanford has this way of always finding elite players who want a Stanford degree and education and those things, but they want to go play for the team. So what I did was, I can vividly remember coming in here and clicking on Elijah Brown's tape. I don't need to watch it. I watch his games on national TV. I watch his games every single week when I'm done watching the Georgia high school games. But I said, man, who else does he have? Like, who else is in this class? Because it's ranked pretty decent. Let me go look at all the players. And I started going through every single player's huddle film. I remember doing this. This was like about, I don't know, 10 months ago. 10 months ago, I was going through every player's huddle film, just who's verbally committed, who are these players, and I do this all the time. I got to learn about all the players. And I came across Emmett Mosley's huddle tape, and it's right here. And the first thing I noticed is this is a wide receiver, 195 pounds, in high school, physically developed. He just transferred to Santa Margarita, and I'm watching him, and he's this kid right here in the slot, and that's not much of a route. It's a bubble screen. But to see how physical he is, running through people, it reminded me of Anquan Bolden. Okay? Just a star player that when I look at him, like when I look at receivers right here, I'm leaving. He's not even yet. They're still going to throw it up, and it's a natural over-the-shoulder catch. Body control to stay in bounds. You see body control in the picture below. This play doesn't really move me all that much. It looks like he's just running a post corner, and the quarterback believes in him. That's fine. Didn't meet the ball at the highest point. I wasn't impressed. This is the one that kind of made me go, whoa. Because I know he's not playing scrubs. And he's outrunning angles. And he's running hard. And I know, even if you got there, the man is 200 pounds. And he's moving with aggression. They know he's going to win these routes. He's showing me a comeback. He's showing me a comeback at the goal line. They have good players trying to press him. Just beat it. That's a cover two, finding the window, but then taking it to the house. There's just something else about this kid that when I watched the tape, I said, man, he's so physically gifted. Here he knows to clear the zones. Dragging across, you're not going to tackle him with these arm tackles. He's just going to run through them. So he gets to Stanford. He's an early enrollee. I don't know if he's in the starting lineup. I don't care. I have no clue if they're going to start him. I know they got other receivers. They should. They should start him right now. That's a Saturday catch I just saw. I promise you, this is an NFL caliber wide receiver. He's going to figure it out. And you're all going to figure it out eventually. And I'm calling this shit before he ever played in a game. And listen, you go to the recruiting websites. They got him at 3 stars. They got him at 3 stars. Only Rivals has him at 4 stars, and everybody laughs at Rivals. They got him at 3 stars everywhere. And they did this to Mikey Matthews last year. If you guys remember, I made a video about it, and I said, guys, he's a 3-star player, but I think Mikey Matthews is going to play at Utah. And he was starting from day one. If I can identify 3-star players that should be starting from day one, they shouldn't be 3-star players. I don't care about the 5-star receiver for all that much, because when you look at a 5-star receiver, the vast majority of them are going to the Blue Bloods, and they're not in the 2 deep. They're not in the 2 deep. They're 3rd string. Very rarely are they in the 2 deep. You might find a special gem in the 2 deep. But when you find a special 5-star, was it really that special? Like, did you really do your work? Or did you let the recruiting websites tell you who the 5 stars were, and then they identified it for you? And now you know who a 5-star wide receiver is. And now you know who the kid is, and then you go and say, oh, I think he's going to start. Oh, my God, Jeremiah Smith. Have you seen these guys? These guys are great. And they're just like, yeah, bro, that's easy. They pointed out the top 5 guys to you. Try looking at the 1,000 other wide receivers, the 1,000 other wide receivers that are 3 stars, and try to find the ones that you think should be starting at the FBS level, at the Power 4 level, in the ACC, because I found one, and I'm not letting up, and I don't care what the coaching staff does. I don't care what happens. Barring injury, Emmett Mosley is him. I don't know how many receivers they have. Look at this, nationally. 94 receivers ahead of him. There are not 94 receivers better than this man. Nope, not by a long shot. There aren't 600 football players better than this man. I watch tape all day. I watch more tape than a position coach. I watch more tape than people who pick these players. I promise you I do. Because I'm working right now. I work 24/7, bro. This is what I do. I get up in the morning, I go for a run, and then I come straight here and I start grinding. And I'm telling you, Emmett Mosley is him. I'm calling my shot. That's my hidden gem. I don't give a shit what the websites say. I don't care what the spring football report says. I don't care who they're going to start over him, who's getting more reps, who caught a touchdown at practice. None of that shit matters to me. I know talent when I see it. And I'm not letting up. Not a 3-star player. Not an average player. That's an elite wide receiver with extreme NFL potential. Emmett Mosley, I'll be there, bro. I'll be there at the draft when you're getting drafted. I'll be telling the world about you. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows. Pay attention to the playlist. Go on.